Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I personally want to say thank you for supporting this channel, and I want to welcome all my new subscribers. Today I am doing an IKEA makeover of the IKEA Rast, and these are the 3 jars, but I chose not to put the other jar on. The IKEA Tarva 6 jar and also the IKEA Tarva 5 jar chest. I'll be putting a description of the items used in the description box below, but just wanted to point out as well, this is not a sponsored video. I paid my own coins, guys. So I did this for my bedroom renovation during the summer. I started off by outlining the base of the jar and cutting it out with my circular saw. I just want to say, guys, I had some leftover plywood that I had from my previous project when I was building my bed, and so I didn't want it to waste the board, so I'm just pretty much repurposing. But if you're doing this, please use a probably I'd say like a 12 by 12 board that's already sanded and ready to go. After building the base, I went ahead and I attached it to the Rast. I used wood glue just to make sure that it was extra secure, but I'm also going to secure it with some screws. After assembling the mirror, I went ahead and I outlined where I wanted the mirrors to be, basically just finding the center. So these mirrors I got from the Dollar Tree. They used to sell these beveled edged mirror, and I knew I wanted them for a project. So I just bought them and had them stored. So I found this would be a perfect way to use these mirrors. I just want to point out that there's an easier way to do this actually. Like, you can have the number of mirrors that can fit on the jar fronts and just use a pencil and outline it. It's just that I was worried that the mirrors might be different in size, and so I wanted to like do the measurement, but honestly it would be best to like put them down and outline them with a pencil. I would recommend sanding these pieces down before applying any form of paint or primer. I skipped this step, and it's just that it made it a little difficult to clean. So later on I might go back and either add a top to it or either sand it down and repaint it. But yeah, don't skip this step, guys. I got these strips from the hardware store. I thought they'd go really well with the mirror, and so I just cut them at a 45-degree angle. You can use any wood glue at this point, but I liked using this wood glue because it literally dries in minutes. I'm not exaggerating. It dries so quickly, and I was able to work as I go. So if it's a case where you have access to this glue, I would highly recommend it. So I used a wood filler just to fill the gaps because some of the woods were short. So I filled the spaces and I went in and I sanded in between with like a sander block. And I also used a screw to make the grooves more defined. So I used Gorilla Construction Adhesive to hold the mirror onto the jar fronts, and I just like kind of pressed them on. I didn't like add any weight, and they held perfectly together. But if you want, you can add weight to it and probably put a towel on top. If you can avoid getting the glue onto the mirrors, that would be lovely because it took me a decent amount of time to clean the glue from the mirror. So yeah, save yourself some time, people. I used E6000 glue to attach the crystal handles to the mirror. I just want to say you want to leave these handles on for a decent 24 hours because these might fall off and then you'd have to repeat the process again. Because my mirrors couldn't fit in the top jar of my 5-jar chest, I just decided to leave it as is, and just use the holes that are already there to screw my handles in. However, the screws that came with these handles, they were too long, and as you can see, like, it doesn't matter how I place them, no matter how I try to screw them on tightly, they just wouldn't hold. So what I ended up doing was just grabbing a washer and I put the washer onto the back and it didn't move, so that worked. So this is what the pieces looks like after they're all complete. I think I'm gonna go ahead and probably put a white top on top later on, and so I'll be posting an update whenever I decide to do so. As usual, thank you guys for stopping by and cheers.